Indiana, that's Indiana. Ballin' like Reggie Miller, that's Indiana. I put up on my state, that's Indiana. Watch me rep it in your face, that's Indiana. That's Indiana, that's Indiana.
Hi, it's Matt from Ludobox, and today we are at GenCon 2016 with Jake of USAopoly. You're the event coordinator of USAopoly.
So we put on this event to display our new Harry Potter deck building game. So we have a demo out here, and we're just getting people excited about the game and giving them their first taste here at GenCon.
So how many players can play this?
Up to 4 players.
And what ages do you recommend? How long does a typical game last?
So ages 13 and up. Games can range from anywhere between 20 minutes and 2 hours.
So I saw on the box that it was cooperative. It was not competitive.
It is. So you're working together as the 4 main characters from Harry Potter. So you can be Harry, Ron, Hermione, or Neville. And so you're working together to defeat the villains and save Hogwarts.
Okay, so how do we win, and more importantly, how do we lose the game?
Okay, so we lose the game by giving up locations. So each game is a little bit different. We have 7 games for each movie. So you'd open up the box, go game 1, play that, defeat it, go on all the way to game 7 if you can beat it, if you can last that long. Good luck to you. But the mechanics of the game it's a very simple deck building game. So you're going to play cards, gain influence tokens, which are these chips here, to buy cards to add to your deck. And so you can either gain influence tokens through your cards or gain attack tokens to play them on certain villains to defeat them. So you have to defeat all the villains to win, and the villains win by controlling all the locations.
How do they control the locations?
So one of 2 ways. One, we have dark arts cards here. So some cards will say add a control to the location, so that's one way. Once all 3 locations are filled up, the game is over. Or if you get stunned. So we have a health tracker here. So if you go all the way down to 0, you would add another one to the location, and then you would lose half your cards in your hand and continue playing. And after that, you just go back to 10 health and continue play.
So you told us that it was a deck building game, so we build our decks. And how many cards do we play each turn? 5?
You have 5 cards to start, and you can play them to acquire the influence tokens to purchase more cards here.
Okay. What about a player turn? What do we do? Is it just playing cards, acquiring cards, and beating the bad guys, and that's it?
So what you do on your turn is you would reveal a dark art card, read it off, do what it says, so either lose health or add a control to the location. Then you would check these villains. So each villain has a certain power, so you just want to make sure that no cards trigger that power. Then you would play your cards to either gain influence to acquire new cards, or gain attack to start defeating these villains, or you can gain health back on your tracker.
Okay. How do the games change? Is it just with the locations, or is something else changing the games?
So with each game, we will have certain cards you can acquire. So for game 1, it's the Lumos spell. It's a very simple spell that they learn as first-year students. So that is something you can find in game 1. Game 2, for example, the Nimbus 2001, when Harry receives that. So that's a card you can purchase because that's a card from the movie. Different events correspond to different movies, so we'll add the Dementor's Kiss from Game 3, or Year 3, and different villains from different years as well.
Do you remove the cards for the previous movies or games?
So for all the games, you would start adding them all to the Hogwarts cards. You'd add them all to the event cards. You'd add them all for the for the villains. But you would play each year of locations for that specific game.
So, Jake, I think that you have said almost everything about Hogwarts Battle, so thank you very much for your time, and see you on Ludobox. Bye!
Indiana, that's Indiana. Ballin' like Reggie Miller, that's Indiana. I put up on my state, that's Indiana. Watch me rep it in your face, that's Indiana. That's Indiana. Indiana.